Parlo says he is uploading an apology about me. I reviewed this apology in full and think it is good. I want to be very clear. This is not about a feud. This is not about drama. This is about correcting the record and explaining the parts of the story that people have twisted or have not shown. This is quite literally a case of 1v20. If you have not seen my first video, please watch it. This only makes sense if you know the full timeline. My name is Alex Ferrugia. I'm from Toronto, Ontario. Some of you better may know me as Tanuki. Some of you know me as a parasocial Twitter user, because that is what Parlo and many of his friends used to reduce me to. But I am not a random account. I am a safety advocate. I am nationally recognized for my work. I appear in the documentary Dangerous Games, Roblox, and the Metaverse Exposed. I've been on NBC, CTV, The Social, Rolling Stone, and over 17 news outlets. I've been in Congress and Parliament about digital safety. I have never chosen to become an influencer or do this for profit. I have never made a cent off my work. I don't want any of this, quite frankly. But nobody will stand up for me because I am quite literally the only one of my kind. I'm the only person in this space who doesn't make $20,000 monthly or a salary like that off safety work. In fact, I make nothing. I'm the only person in this space who has their full name, where they live, and the work they do accountable in public record. I'm the only person who has verifiable evidence of the person who they are. I want to make this super clear. If someone's first and last name is not public info and they recognize it, don't trust them. If someone makes profit off the suffering of children, don't trust them. If someone has a large YouTube channel and possibly goes by a faceless persona, also don't trust them. There is nobody you can trust here but people who are forced to take real accountability about their actions. So no, I am not an anonymous profile in someone's replies. Let's talk about history, because most people do not know how far back this goes. I met Parlo almost 5 years ago during the Kilogish situation. I was the first person to expose Kilogish because both he and the victim were my friends at that time. This was the first STAR program removal from buying explicit photos from a 15-year-old. That is the environment we were all in. Before that, Parlo was a troll channel, TTS content, rage bait commentary, Lisa gaming style chaos. He had no accountability then, and still mostly doesn't, because the entire space still rewards bad behavior. I understand how we got sucked into it. We were in the same ecosystem. Here's the difference. I walked away. Most people did not. After the Kaneko Kitten situation, who was my mentor, I left YouTube entirely because I saw how fake the creator scene was. People who claimed to support me were covering up actual abuse. So I quit and focused on real safety work. In 2019, when I was still a minor, a documentary company called Fathom Films contacted me. I thought it was fake. My mother thought it was fake. Then trucks full of film crews showed up at our house. They filmed for 4 years straight with no scripts. Over 600 hours meant to be made into a mini-series. This documented the first major predator case in Roblox. None of the predators have been arrested yet. In fact, nobody had even been kidnapped by Roblox yet, major on the news. We worked quietly because going public too early would have ruined everything. Dangerous Games released in May of 2025. It was the first documentary that did not push to ban Roblox. It pushed for safeguarding the platform and platforms like it. I went on a national press run across Canada. People finally saw that I was doing real behind-the-scenes work. Not drama, not clicks, just safety. Now I need to talk about something people consistently weaponize against me. The PMMDamien situation, and how I'm a bad person. People keep bringing it up, even though they never explain it honestly. My reaction to that video was not years ago, it was recent. The reason why I reacted strongly is simple. I am a grooming survivor. Seeing someone treat that topic like light entertainment hit a trauma trigger. That is the truth. I was frustrated because I've lived through the worst parts of that world. And people seeing me do that made me into the biggest villain on earth. Seeing people turn it into monetizable semantic content makes me sick. Was my wording perfect? Absolutely not. Was it malicious? Absolutely not. It comes from real trauma, not from hatred. People take that one reaction and pretend it defines my entire character because they cannot find anything real to attack me on. Here are the facts. I've never groomed anybody. I have never messaged minors inappropriately. I have never taken money from fans or made a cent off this space. I've never fabricated stories in an attempt of trying to have someone against someone. Never have I uploaded for cases for clout in the recent era or money. And most of all, I have never caused the harm that actual bad actors in this space cause daily. Me saying I found a video disgusting does not make me a bad person. It makes me someone who lived through something horrific and reacted from that place. The reason why your favorite YouTubers chose to hide this is because they know they aren't me. They know they aren't who I am. They know that every one of them is lying snakes. Every one of them knew the person Parlo was like, and only chose to drop him once they saw how it damaged their public reputation. They would make jokes behind the scenes just like he did. They would moral grandstand and take the cases and twist evidence, so police would never be able to get the full story. Most of them actually never contact police at all and have lied about their stories because the case numbers, all of this isn't public. They've painted the stories as false when the law says different, and then they say the law is stupid. This is a case of accountability, which everyone and their mom is somehow affected by Parlo, in the same way I was. They weren't. These guys clear more than quadruple my salary doing van work, taking advantage of victims. These guys get to say whatever they want. It's somehow right because they have little children following them. For me, this isn't new. Even when it wasn't popular. Even when it wasn't the right thing, I spoke up. They did not. All of a sudden, now they're victims as grown men and women who make profit off children and suffering. And I want this to be clear. Parlo has taken accountability. He genuinely listened. He understood where he went wrong. He linked real safety resources in his new video that I have recommended him. And he finally understood the points that I've tried to been teaching him and many in this space for years. And I believe that he is redeemable and not a pedophile. He always was. That is why I gave him grace in the first place. But while Parlo grew, other people still try to drag me down. People call me a bad person, but none of them can name why. I am not like your favorite YouTubers. I do the work they refuse to do. I'm internet enemy, public enemy number one because I refuse to let anybody hide the truth. And I do not make money off this. I'm not an influencer. I lose money doing this work every year. It is always 1 versus 20. One person telling the truth versus 20 creators twisting it. None of them tell my full story, so I've had to tell it myself. And let us be real. Your favorite creators are not saints. They have lawsuits. They have defamation cases. They have damaged real victims and real investigations. I have never done anything like that because I know the law and understand how sensitive real cases are. People like to attack me because I am not bending over for the YouTube machine. They call me woke, they call me annoying, they call me dramatic, but not once have they shown me anything real. My family has received threats because of what has been told about me. I have been harassed for years over a narrative that strips away my actual story. I have trauma from what I've lived through. That is not a scandal, that is reality, and I am done letting people twist that. So here is the truth. My name is Alex Ferrugia. I'm 21. I'm queer and indigenous. I'm a safety advocate with real work behind me. Never scammed anybody. Never manipulated kids. I have never used safety for profit. And I have never done what these commentators accuse others of doing. I tell the truth when it is not profitable. I tell the truth when it costs me viewers. I tell the truth even when it makes me hatred, because I know exactly how it's like to be a child in the space and taken advantage of. Parlo took accountability. I respect that. I believe he can grow. And I would like to believe that this apology is genuine. But I will not let anybody twist who I am or twist who they are because they refuse to learn the actual story. You all will see. This is the truth, and I am not taking it back.